Back in the 1930s, the economy in the US was at a depressing state, where people were unemployed and businesses were struggling. But some escaped to a place where they could spend time to forget the theater. What reigned supreme in the times were silent films and cartoons like Betty Boop, Merry Melodies, the Looney Tunes. After 93 years of two brothers, Chad and Jared Moldenhauer, made their own studio, MDHR, to make a video game in the style of the cartoons at the time, which led to one of the most successful stories in indie developers' history, Cuphead.
You're up!
Cuphead is a 2D run-and-gun indie video game. It was initially released in 2017 and has gained widespread popularity for its unique art style and challenging gameplay. One of the most standout features of Cuphead is its art style, which is hand-drawn animation with the vibrant colors, and it creates a visually captivating experience, and it feels like you're playing through a classic cartoon. Cuphead offers a challenging and rewarding gameplay experience. It combines elements of classic run-and-gun games, like Contra, with boss battle-focused gameplay. Players control Cuphead or Mugman, two characters with cup-shaped heads as they travel through various levels fighting against challenging bosses and enemies. The game also offers co-op, which you can see me and Braden doing now. While fun to play with friends, it makes the game a lot more hectic and every boss's health is doubled. Co-op is a great form of gameplay unless your partner has no idea what they're doing. Now that you've seen what the main game has to offer, why don't we go to Braden and check out what the DLC has.
The story is about helping Miss Chalice, who is the legendary Chalice in the original game, who wants to leave the astral plane and become real, and with the help of Chef Saltbaker, the greatest chef in all the land, to cook up a Wonder Tart. With the ingredients guarded by bosses you will have to beat to be able to make the Wonder Tart. With this new expansion, you will be able to play as Miss Chalice, which gives you special abilities that Cuphead does not have. Like the dash parry. Instead of clicking the jump button twice to make a parry, dashing helps it make it easier to hit your objects. Double jump, to be able to re-coordinate yourself if you think the first jump will get you into trouble. And the dodge roll, to go through objects without taking damage. The bosses in the DLC do not feel out of place, even though they came out 5 years after the base game release. They bring creative elements that bring new difficulty and super fun set pieces to the game. The animation here is super beautiful as well. As in the base game, it still uses the same style and how they made it, from pencil to digital. Even Majin Moldenhauer said in a DualShockers interview before the DLC release, "We haven't done a full inventory check on what our total frames are, but it will be comparable to the full base game. We wanted to push our boundaries on what we've done before and not rest on our success. We wanted to give the fans something more." And yet, in the DLC, it showed. The DLC brings more weapons and charms to the game that are really fun to use, like the Crack Shot, being a homing attack that homes in onto your enemy after a few seconds, and the Converger, being a 3-shot attack, but when you lock and stand still, the shots will become closer to each other. Charms are also helpful, like the Heart Ring, where when you parry, you will be able to get extra health. Overall, the complete game is very difficult, no doubt, but it's very fun to go through and look at all the bosses and see the 1930s style animation come alive. And bring a friend on this adventure as you get these soul contracts and get those ingredients in Cuphead on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC.